now, our feature presentation.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Voyages Testing. My name is Tristan Miller. This is a podcast where we make up fake movies based off of a random prompt, which I'm about to bring up on my computer. You get to hear some clicks. Who's with me here?
I love a good click. I'm all about it. Click 2029. That's when we vote now on off years.
All right, cool. But who are you?
Oh, hi. I'm Babyface T. John. That's what they call me. Mostly because of this sweet baby face.
Yeah.
Listen, I love me a good quarantine beard, but we were going out for quite a few walks, and it was just getting all kinds of more in there. You know?
Yeah. As someone who has this thing that's going on.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's awful. It's awful. I get sweaty.
Oh, yeah.
Which, I'm tempted to go down to just the mustache because that's the still facial hair, but not like terrible. And I hate my upper lip. He's a bad man.
All right. Weird part of your body to focus on, man.
Oh, it's not the only one. So here at Focus Testing, we make a movie off of a random prompt. We also do a little bit of catch up. Tucker, what are you working on?
What am I working on right now?
Yeah.
Well, your boy's been doing some voiceover, got an audiobook that I just finished up, and I've been doing some e-learning stuff.
Ooh.
Trying to branch out and brand as the voiceover rover.
I hardly know.
Got a picture of a dog. It looks pretty great.
Mm-hmm. Oh, also, if you're listening to this the day it comes out on August 5th, we're going to be part of the Minnesota Fringe Festival, the virtual festival. We're going to have a quick half-an-hour show. You can go to minnesotafringe.org, all one word, and check out the dates for that. It's at 7 p.m. Also, their Facebook has an event. I need to talk to you about
Central Time.
Yeah, 7 p.m. Central Time. So that's what, 8 o'clock? Yeah.
8 o'clock for those of you here in New York. For our other listeners, it's 7 o'clock Central Time. You can figure out time zones.
You can
probably
deduce.
Adults. God, I hope you're adults. Don't let children listen to this podcast.
Yeah, don't let children listen to Tristan talk about calm. So anyway, the thing is, I need to talk to you off air about are they sending us a Zoom link? What are the goods there, my guy?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we do it all on our own, and we'll figure that out later.
Sure. Anyway, let's get into it. Hitting that randomizer. Oh, I'm going to mention something I did recently. Travis McElroy.
Yeah, please. I'm sorry. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Travis McElroy from My Brother and Me in the Adventure Zone, and also Trolls World Tour.
I did not realize he was in that.
Yeah, he plays along with his two other brothers, one character that has three heads, among other things. But he was on Positive and Negative, which is the podcast about mental health and the arts that I record. So you can go check that out on tristanjmiller.com/positive and negative, or just put in the search bar. You're listening to a podcast now. You know how to find podcasts. Okay, hitting this randomizer.
That's true.
Famous paintings.
Famous paintings.
Famous paintings. Got a dolly clock in my pants.
You got a dolly clock in your pants? That's what we're calling them now.
Yeah.
Just when things...
I suffer from erectile dysfunction. Got a dolly clock in my pants. Got a dolly clock. I need to dance away my troubles. Rest in peace, David Bowie.
Rest in peace. Yeah.
Yeah, truly a great loss.
Famous paintings. I know that we've had this one before, so I'm just trying to remember all the ones that we had talked about.
You did
before,
Dolly.
So I don't do those ones. Yeah, we did Dolly.
I did The Night Cafe, I believe, by Vincent van Gogh. There's plenty of other famous paintings, though, is the thing.
Yes, there are. I just don't know the names of them.
Okay, so I'm going to do American Gothic.
Yes, do it.
Is that a Norman Rockwell? No, fuck that. I'm doing any Jackson Pollock painting. And
Garbage.
so it's about it's a Star Trek film about a man who he gets into a transporter accident and all of his molecules across the galaxy, and then they have to reassemble him. And once he is reassembled, his brain has been slightly altered. And so his family has to like figure out. It's kind of like regarding Henry. He has to relearn his entire life.
Whoa. Is this part of the Star Trek universe?
I mean, it could be, or it could be like a science fiction. It doesn't matter. Everything's based off of IP. They seemingly they'll make any fucking Star Trek show these days without any worry about what it's actually fucking about and the brand itself. Don't give me fucking Star Trek changing over the years.
So you had mentioned Andy Warhol.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Campbell's tomato soup.
Oh, let's talk about it.
Yeah. So I want this to be almost like the film Rubber.
I don't know that film.
Great. It's about a tire that murders people.
Yes.
So there's this can of soup, and we just follow the can of soup as it goes throughout its life.
Its shelf life, if you will.
Its shelf life. And I think it has to start off innocuous, but then at some point, like, there's this weird domestic dispute, and someone beats the other person over the head with a can of tomato soup. And then the can of tomato soup, like, rolls away. And then some other, I don't know, junkie finds it. It's a whole epic saga.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of murder happens in and around this can of tomato soup.
All right, I'm trying to hit this randomizer. It keeps giving me something called the Wumbus, which ad nauseum we've talked about the Wumbus. Let's go with sports.
Sports?
What's your favorite sport?
My favorite sport is Quidditch. Why?
Fucking nerd. Get a life. Read a different book.
How dare you? I read so many books. That's not true. I listen to so
Yeah,
many
you do.
books.
Yeah, I'll give you that. My headphones, the ones I'm using now, they're Bluetooth, and they stopped working the button to connect. And so I haven't been listening to as many books. I need to get a dongle to convert.
Yeah. Or just get you some new Bluetooth headphones.
So my favorite sport is baseball. And then also skateboarding. And there's been a bunch of skateboarding media around lately. I don't know if you've noticed that.
Because Tony Hawk's coming out with a re-release of his original game, I believe.
The first two. And then also they're finally working on Skate 4. And then there's another skate knockoff that was developed by this place called The Barracks, which is a warehouse full of skate equipment. And then HBO's got that show. Jonah Hill made that movie. Skateboarding's in.
What a world we live in. So tell me about your skateboarding baseball hybrid.
It's called Skateball. Skateball. A Skateball from New York is the name of the movie. And Skateball from New York is it's the 1980s. And it's about a bunch of kids from Brooklyn who make up their own game, Skateball. And, it's just like a coming of age movie where, a group of other kids tries to like co-opt it. And like, there's like, petty rivalries that kids do.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Kids are super fucked up.
Did you know the kids are super fucked up?
I don't know about that.
You didn't like my Bill Cosby impression?
I didn't like it for so many reasons.
That
That wasn't really an invitation to keep going, but since we're here, Cool. A
Somebody-
skateball from New York.
A skateball from New York. Have you heard our friend Tyler? We talk about him once an episode. Have you heard our friend Tyler Riley's Bill Cosby?
No, I
It's
don't believe I had.
so good. At one point, we were doing dueling Bill Cosby impressions, and by our other friend Melissa Maley, just you could see her astral project. She's like, these boys, my God.
My God. Ooh. Speaking of astral projection, that's the new big sport. Competitive astral projection. Bam. And it's
Perfect.
just, it looks like just a room of like 8 people just like sweating while they're meditating. But then we go into like Doctor Strange astral plane. Like we see them just sitting there, and then like the camera flips into the astral plane. And they're like fucking duking it out and doing weird magic stuff. I don't know how astral projection works.
Well,
and then
luckily,
like one
you
of
can
them
just make
gets
up the
killed
rules.
and their body falls.
Oh,
over.
okay.
Yeah.
So it's like
the Matrix. If you die in the astral projection,
you die in the game.
no, you did too much MDMA.
I love Run MDMA. Favorite band. House MDMA. That seems appropriate. Next one we got is plants.
Plants.
No, fuck that. I just saw that fourth down is plumber's crack.
Yes.
Okay, so plumber's crack is about it's Little Rock, Arkansas in the 80s, and it's about a man who is a plumber, obviously.
Yeah.
And the crack epidemic the crack epidemic is happening in full swing.
Yeah.
And it's a drama about this plumber who's trying to get his life together, but his wife is addicted to crack cocaine.
Oh my goodness.
And it's just called Plumber's Crack, and everyone thinks it's going to be a comedy.
It's billed as a comedy.
Yeah, it's billed as a dark comedy. And then at someone, you know, it gets pretty heavy.
Yeah, like Breaking Bad, but with more butt stuff. I'm not actually
First
sure how much
episode,
butt
you see
stuff
his
there is.
ass.
More, Tristan. More butt stuff.
I gotcha. What's your plumber's crack?
This is another science fiction. This is a space movie.
You love it.
I do. And there's a rip in the fabric of the universe that everyone has deemed the plumber's crack. And this movie is about the first voyage through the crack and to what's on the other side.
Okay. All right. Okay, we got 6 options. What ones you liking?
I like either to do with plumber's crack. It's just a great, fun premise. Let me see what else you would said. Movie.
So we got the
I like the idea of the Jackson Pollock brain scramblies.
Yeah.
You've come up with some dark movies today.
I guess is where my mind's at. I mean, that's just like, I don't know. I think that's uplifting that he has to learn to love his family again. And at the end, it's hopeful in the end. I like that one. I also like the one you just pitched, the plumber's crack in space. I think that if we can somehow
Voyage
combine,
to the moon.
if we can somehow combine the Jackson Pollock one with the plumber's crack.
Yes, that's 100% what we're doing.
Okay, so space, the final frontier.
Oh man, it's so fun.
I hardly know her.
Final back tier. I'm just trying to make butt jokes.
Oh, there you go. Deep space asinine.
Yeah.
Yep. We got it, folks. So we have to start off. Is this a Star Trek actually? Or is this like a knockoff, like the Orville?
It's a Star Trek.
Okay, it's a Star Trek.
Yeah.
But it's a goofy and irreverent Star Trek, like Lower Decks, I suppose.
Yeah. Like how the Star Wars Christmas movie actually was real and happened.
It's real. It's happened. It is canon, which is the most fucked up thing about it. Because there are other references to Life Day, which is what it is. So we have to start out. Is this the Enterprise or is this another ship? Let's start there.
I think people want to see the characters that they've come to know and love.
Okay. Is this like a J.J. Abrams reboot style? Or are we getting those people? Are we getting original TNG cast? Is it a spin-off of Picard?
Listen, you're the one who does all the impressions, so you tell me.
We're going to go with TNG. Then in that case. It's the original TNG cast. They're all back for one last mission together.
This is the last mission? What a terrible mission. What a shitty mission.
Oh, we have to go into the brown eye number 1. Go into number 2. I think we should get Seth MacFarlane on this one to help write it, because he's good at writing Star Trek, as we've seen with the Orville.
That is true. Oh my God.
Shit. How we try to run a professional fucking podcast here, and you're out here with your fucking phone, and oh my God.
It's set to silent. It's my alarm. Ladies and gentlemen, I usually wake up around this time. Time of recording, for your information, is noon.
Here's the thing. When you texted me at 9 a.m., I was like, is he okay?
No, I was not. I was awake at 9, starting to drink coffee, had to go into the booth for 2 hours
my
at
God.
9 a.m.
God bless you.
Woo!
You love to be a freelancer. Fucking.
So great.
Let's complain a little bit. Freelancing.
Oh my God.
Is so difficult because on the one hand, you're underpaid and often overworked. But on the other hand, you do get to make your own hours and choose your projects.
Sometimes.
Well, I mean, maybe
you get to choose your own. Once you get the project, though, it's like, hey, we need this thing by tomorrow. And you're like, you want me to do
it's
how
9
much
p.m.
It's not right.
You fucking idiot. Oh, you're right. You gave me 3 fucking hours. Ugh.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we got the basics. It's TNG. They're going on their final voyage to this ass crack, written by Seth MacFarlane.
Yep.
Starring, I think it should be following. Obviously, Jean-Luc's there,
Yes.
but I think it shouldn't be like. I think it shouldn't be about him. There's already enough stuff on Data. I think it should be, honestly, about Worf. It should be a Klingon thing.
Yeah.
So maybe
some Klingons.
Yeah, maybe the Klingons, they discover the ass crack of doom.
The plumber's crack.
Throw it into the fire. So I think that makes sense. And then the Federation, since they still have their treaty, they're getting involved to go explore it. And then do you want it to be ooh. So it's Worf who gets scrambled. And now, I don't know if you know about Worf.
No, I don't. Listen, for everyone listening, as we've decided to make this a Star Trek thing, I don't know shit about Star Trek.
What Star Trek properties have you seen?
The new movies.
The new movies. Okay. So you've seen Star Wars movies.
Yes.
Fucking JJ. Fight me in the streets, JJ.
The gauntlet has been thrown. JJ, we know you're listening.
Yeah, clearly.
You and my mom.
Okay, so Worf is full Klingon, but he was raised on Earth, so he has like a multicultural background.
Mm-hmm.
So during the scramble, he needs to either only think he is an Earthling, or he needs to think he's a Klingon. Which do you think would be more conflict?
I think he has to think he's an Earthling, but end up in the hands of the Klingon.
Okay. And so they're trying to rehabilitate him, and he's like,
Yeah.
I am not a Klingon. I am human. That's what he sounds like. He's played by Michael Dorn, a very large man with
Perfect.
one of the deepest voices I've ever heard in my life. So that's the subplot. That's the B plot. But the A plot is them exploring this anomaly. What happens, Tucker? Take it away.
Yes. I think that it's a race between the Klingon and what's the ship?
I'm gonna let you struggle.
Well, it's
These are the voyages of the Starship.
It's the same ship. It's still the Enterprise.
I mean, it can be. I mean, that's John Luke's ship.
What's the other ship?
Well, you got Voyager, or you got
Voyager, the first one?
No.
No.
The first one is Enterprise. There's the Enterprise, and
Enterprise
there's the second
and
Enterprise,
Right,
and then
that's what
there's
I'm asking.
Star Trek Enterprise, which is before the first one. It's all dumb. It's all dumb.
lot
I don't know
going
the
on.
models and makes of the Enterprises.
Enterprise. We're gonna get a lot of angry hate mail on this one, you guys. So much passion. Oh, love it. In the comment section, folks, just
podcast.
rant and rave and just get violent with it, you know?
Yeah, because that's, as we know, the morals of Star Trek is to try and kiss someone's ass.
Yeah.
That's what everybody in Star Trek is all about, according to J.J. Abrams. I'm sorry, J.J. I liked Super 8. I referenced Regarding Henry, which is a fantastic film. Anyway.
They
So it's a space race.
It's a space race through the crack. And I believe the reason why Worf gets with the Klingons is they send him on a secret mission to infiltrate because he knows about Klingon warship, so he will be able to slow them down or whatever, and then get back to the ship. But it goes to Rye. So
okay.
The Enterprise beats the Klingons through.
Okay, I'm gonna just make an addendum here.
Yeah, do it.
The Federation is in the habit of subterfuge, so I'm gonna say he went as an ambassador.
Oh, fine.
Listen.
Be lawful good, whatever.
Listen, the Federations have a bunch of regulations that they have to ignore. Don't get me started. Prime directive bullshit. Anyway, so they beat the Klingons through. So this should take place.
Yeah.
So here's the problem with this.
Yes.
I mean, we can just make up some bullshit reason as to why the Klingons and the Federation are. They're not getting along for some like trade negotiation or some bullshit.
It's Star Trek.
You fucking whatever, man. So they get through. What happens then? So what's on the other side of the crack?
On the other side of the crack.
So is it a crack and then in the middle a black hole?
Yes.
A warp hole?
Warp hole. It's a brown hole.
It's not quite black. It's almost black, but it's not quite. Data, what should we call it? I believe a brown hole would be sufficient, sir. Everyone laughs, goes, oh, and Data, who's an android, goes, I do not understand.
This is the kind of writing we expect from Seth MacFarlane.
Yeah.
And then this is the bit, you guys. If you're not on board, you just turn it off now.
Yeah. Friggin' sweet. It's a fucking black hole, guys. Christina came in and fully frowned at me for doing a Peter Griffin impression. As she should. As she should. I dare say.
On the other side is a parallel universe.
Okay.
Crossover. James Kirk is the captain of the
James
other
Kirk has
separation.
somehow remained alive.
It's a parallel universe, but time is slippy.
Okay, so it's a parallel universe that is also in the past, and the Federation is at war with the Klingons. Whereas, I think we should make a change. Both the Enterprise and the Klingon ship, like they negotiate to the point where they both are going through the Klingon like at the same time.
Right.
And then
we're doing a DP thing.
Disgusting.
This is the setup.
So they're DPing this wormhole, and they slip up in this wormhole's guts. And James T. Kirk is captaining the Enterprise, and he immediately begins to fire on the Klingon warbird. And then, of course, what has to happen is they have to recover Worf. The B plot has been happening this entire time. This is like the third act twist. We're in the third act now.
Bam.
He is fully recovered. And so he becomes the ambassador, not just to the Klingons and Jean-Luc, but also James T. Kirk. And so, like, it's this weird sort of nebulous thing. And I think the way this should conclude is that they get old Kirk on the phone, like Shatner on the horn through the Enterprise.
Yeah.
And then they have him talk to Chris Pine. And it's just a fucking mess.
It's just a goddamn mess.
And they're like, okay, so we have this situation, and it's a parallel universe thing.
Nightmare.
Did you say a SAG after a nightmare?
Yeah.
So we have this situation, and in universe, the problem has to be that one of the universes is dissolving because they've come in contact with something that should not be, right?
Right. The whole thing is getting fully pollocked.
Yes, exactly. Oh, that's great. That's great because that's what happened to Worf rather than like a transport. It's like already starting to. Great. How do they solve this problem that the universe is dissolving? They have to make it shit, right?
You have to make the universe take a shit? Like
the
an
wormhole.
enema for the universe?
Yes, an enema for the universe. They have to send a probe. They have to send a probe further into the wormhole from both sides at the same time. And that will dissolve it and dissipate it into the universe's biggest fart.
Yeah. Yes.
And it
the
just sounds like
1,000-year fart.
Sufficient.
Yeah.
And then we follow one of the specks from the wormhole out.
Mm-hmm.
And it collides with another particle through another wormhole. And it goes through, and you see that it becomes the Big Bang.
Yes.
And that's the origin of the universe is one giant fart.
Big old fart.
God sharded and said, let there be.
Yeah.
All right.
That's it. That's
the fucking
perfect movie. We did it. That's a wrap on the whole podcast thing.
Yeah.
We found
Whole
it.
podcast.
This has just been a search for the perfect movie, and we haven't found it until now. And there's no peeking beyond that.
What's the name of the movie though? Star Trek :
Yeah, Star Trek :
That was really good. Rectum for a Dream? That's nothing. Sounds like a porn parody.
There is quite a bit of butt stuff in that movie.
Is there? I've never seen it.
In Requiem for a Dream?
Oh, damn.
Oh, man. Oh, God.
Okay.
There's a phrase that's just going to stick with you. A man just says ass to ass.
Mm. Mm.
And then it happens.
You never go ass to ass.
They
Remember
do.
when Kevin Smith was popular? I love him. God bless him. He's such a nice man. I'm
you, J.J. Abrams.
Yeah, who I will fight in the street. Look, I will only fight J.J. Abrams in the street if it benefits my career if I win. Does that make sense? If I make a bet with him, it's like, if I can kick your ass, you're going to put me in 2 movies a year for the rest of your life.
Wow. That's a great deal.
And if he
what
wins...
happens if you lose? Yeah.
Yeah, if he wins, he gets to kill me.
Wow. High stakes.
Yeah. I mean, fuck it.
But
I'm going to win, though.
It's a win-win situation because even if you lose, how could you live with yourself after losing a fight to J.J. Abrams?
J.J. Abrams kicked your ass. That really got me. Oh my god. So I highly recommend checking out Star Trek Next Generation during quarantine if you're just sitting around watching nothing. And then also Deep Space Nine. I've been watching Voyager. It's fine. It's not my favorite. I cannot stand the original series just because of the production value. I mean, it's charming in its own way, but like...
You're ready to type, nerds.
Yeah, I'm just like, it's charming, but it's just like not my thing. What's your favorite of the 3 JJ movies? Well, not JJ, he didn't do the last one, but out of the 3 remakes.
I'm trying to remember all of them and not get the details muddled.
Sure. You got the first one, which is the crew coming together.
Right.
You got the second one, which is Khan, and you got the third one, which is sad because Anton Yelchin died.
Yes.
Yeah, rip. Talented actor. Freak accident.
Probably the first one, I think.
Mm-hmm.
The first one, just with all the cameos and...
Mm-hmm.
And you know.
Yeah, I like the third one, I think, the best. I've only seen it once. I've seen the first one a bunch of times. I like all of them. Chris Pine is great as Kirk. Simon Pegg is great as Scotty. And Bones. Those are probably my favorites out of it. Also, Anton is so good. He was so talented. He's in this great movie that I think about like once, like 4 times a week called Thoroughbreds. Check that out. It's like one of his last roles. He's really fantastic in it. I think that's the show, though, isn't it, folks?
That's all, folks.
No.
I
think that we're done. Because that's the thing of like a lot of people get that bit wrong. I'm gonna scold people of like you have to say one word and then he has to pick a synonym at the end.
You're right.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah, it's like this. Your show is really dumb. It's a good way to get around slurs, I guess, if you wanted to be terrible about it. Anyway, where can people find you? You got a new website coming up, right?
I got a new website coming up. It's not out yet. It's going to be probably thevoiceoverrover.com. It's going to have all my sweet audio files on there for your perusal if you want to hire me for my sweet pipes.
Is that all one word?
It will be in the website. It's technically the voiceover, which I'm using as one word, and then Space Rover.
Space Rover. The final rover.
The final rover. Now we're getting into bestiality. It's a problem.
What animal would you fuck? If you had to. If someone like you was like, you either die or you get to pick what animal you get to fuck.
Why don't you tell me what animal you would fuck?
No, you first. I posed the question. So you can go to TristanJMiller.com to see all my sweet podcasts and other content. I produced some sketches on my YouTube channel. I have a designated YouTube URL now, youtube.com/TristanJMiller1, which is the same as my Twitter. Yeah, check all that stuff out. 5 people who listen to this. Hopefully more. Share this with your friends. If you enjoy the show, share it around. Specifically, our live show on
coming up August 5th. Ooh.
7 p.m. Central Time. We're going to be doing this same bullshit again.
Yeah, but we'll probably be taking random prompts from the audience. I can't guarantee that. I have no idea how this is going to work. It's going to be good, though.
Yeah, it should be fun. Like, I think taking them from an audience will be good.
Yeah.
So, I plan on doing cocaine for the show to be prepared.
Well, yeah, you gotta be, energized, and you gotta.
Just like Star Trek, energize. That's what they say when they do the transporter. I can make anything about 3 things: myself, Star Wars, or Star Trek, or Lord of the Rings. So 4 things. Give me anything I can make it about one of those 4 things. Say any word.
I'd probably fuck a sheep.
And
see.